Hello, welcome back. Let's read some more. That's old PDF I had many months on my computer. Well, I just download a fresh copy. I do that not always, but mostly. I like to read about the snake.
King Cobra. Page semi-protected. King Cobra conservation status vulnerable. IUCN 3.1.1. Cites Appendix 2. Cites 1. Scientific classification. Edit this classification. Domain Eukaryota Kingdom Animalia Phylum Chordata Class Reptilia Order Squamata Suborder Serpents Family Elapidae Subfamily Elapini Genus Ophiophagus Gunther 1864 Species Startled Smiley Hanna Binomial Name Ophiophagus Hanna Cantor 1836 The king cobra, Ophiophagus hanna, is a venomous snake endemic to Asia. The sole member of the genus Ophiophagus, it is not taxonomically a true cobra, despite its common name and some resemblance. With an average length of 3.18 to 40, 10.4 to 13.1 feet, and a record length of 5.85 m, 19.2 feet, 2, it is the world's longest venomous snake. The species has diversified coloration across habitats, from black with white stripes to broken brownish-gray. The king cobra is widely distributed, albeit not commonly seen, with a range spanning from the Indian subcontinent through southeastern Asia to southern China. It preys chiefly on other snakes, including those of its own kind. This is the only ophidian that constructs an above-ground nest for its eggs, which are purposefully and meticulously gathered and protected by the female throughout the incubation period. 3. The threat display of this elapid includes spreading its neck flap, raising its head upright, making eye contact, puffing, hissing and occasionally charging. Given the size of the snake, it is capable of striking at a considerable range and height, sometimes sustaining a bite. Envenomation from this species is medically significant and may result in a rapid fatality unless antivenom is administered in time. Despite the species' fearsome reputation, altercations usually only arise from an individual inadvertently exposing itself or being cornered. Threatened by habitat destruction, it has been listed as vulnerable on the IUCN Red List since 2010. Regarded as the national reptile of India, it has an eminent position in mythology and folk traditions of India, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka and Myanmar. Taxonomy. The king cobra is also referred to by the common name Hamadryad, especially in older literature. Hamadryas hanna was the scientific name used by Danish naturalist Theodor Edward Cantor in 1836, who described 4 king cobra specimens, 3 captured in the Sundarbans and 1 in the vicinity of Kolkata. 4. Naja Bungarus was proposed by Hermann Schlegel in 1837, who described a king cobra zoological specimen from Java. 5. In 1838, Cantor proposed the name Hamadryas ophiophagus for the king cobra and explained that it distribution of the king cobra synonyms genus level Hamadryas Cantor, 1836, non-Hubner, 1804, preoccupied. Naja Schlegel, 1837. Has dental features intermediate between the genera Naja and Bungarus. 6. Navitata proposed by Walter Elliot in 1840 weighs a king cobra caught offshore near Chennai that was floating in a basket. 7. Hamadryas proposed by Albert Gunther in 1858 were king cobra specimens from the Philippines and Borneo. Gunther considered both N. bungarus and N. vittata a variety of H. Elaps. 8. The genus Ophiophagus was proposed by Gunther in 1864. 9. The name is derived from its propensity to eat snakes. 10. Naja ingens proposed by Alexander Willem Michiel van Hasselt in 1882 was a king cobra captured near Tebing Tinggai in northern Sumatra. 11. Ophiophagus hanna was accepted as the valid name for the king cobra by Charles Mitchell Bogert in 1945, who argued that it differs significantly from Naja species. 12. A genetic analysis using cytochrome B. 13. And a multigeny analysis showed that the king cobra was an early offshoot of a genetic lineage giving rise to the mambas, rather than the Naja cobras. 14. A phylogenetic analysis of mitochondrial DNA showed that specimens from Suratani and Nakhon Si Thammarat provinces in southern Thailand form a deeply divergent clade from those from northern Thailand, which grouped with specimens from Myanmar and Guangdong in southern China. 15. Description. Scales of the king cobra. The king cobra's skin is olive green with black and white bands on the trunk that converge to the head. The head is covered by 15 drab-colored and black-edged shields. The muzzle is rounded, and the tongue black. It has 2 fangs and 3 5 maxilla teeth in the upper jaw, and 2 rows of teeth in the lower jaw. The nostrils are between 2 shields. The large eyes have a golden iris and round pupils. Its hood is oval-shaped and covered with olive-green smooth scales and 2 black spots between the 2 lowest scales. Its cylindrical tail is yellowish-green above and marked with black. 4. It has a pair of large occipital scales on top of the head, 17 to 19 rows of smooth oblique scales on the neck, and 15 rows on the body. Juveniles are black with chevron-shaped white, yellow or buff bars that point towards the head. 16. Adult king cobras are 3.18 to 4 m, 10.4 to 13.1 feet long. The longest known individual measured 5.85 m, 19.2 feet. 2. 17. Ventral scales are uniformly oval-shaped. Dorsal scales are placed in an oblique arrangement. 18. The king cobra is sexually dimorphic, with males being larger and paler in particular during the breeding season. Males captured in Kerala measured up to 3.75 m, 12.3 feet, and weighed up to 10 kilograms, 22 pound. Females captured had a maximum length of 2.75 m, 9 feet 0 in, and a weight of 5 kilograms, 11 pound. 19. The largest known king cobra was 5.59 m, 18 feet 4 in, long and captured in Thailand. 20. It differs from other cobra species by size and hood. It is larger, has a narrower and longer stripe on the neck. 21. Distribution and habitat. A baby king cobra showing its chevron pattern on the back. The king cobra has a wide distribution in South and Southeast Asia. It occurs up to an elevation of 2,000 m, 6,600 feet, from the Trai in India and southern Nepal to the Brahmaputra River basin in Bhutan and northeast India, Bangladesh and to Myanmar, southern China, Cambodia, Thailand, Laos, Vietnam, Malaysia, Singapore, Indonesia and the Philippines. 1. In northern India, it has been recorded in Garhwal and Kumaon and in the Shivalik and Trai regions of Uttarakhand and Uttar Pradesh. 22, 23, 24. In northeast India, the king cobra has been recorded in northern West Bengal, Sikkim, Assam, Meghalaya, Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland, Manipur and Mizoram. 25, 26. In the eastern Ghats, it occurs from Tamil Nadu and Andhra Pradesh to Odisha, and also in Bihar and southern West Bengal, especially the Sundarbans. 4, 25. 27. In the Western Ghats, it was recorded in Kerala, Karnataka and Maharashtra, and also in Gujarat. 25, 28, 19, 29. It also occurs on Baratam Island in the Great Andaman Chain. 30. Behavior and ecology. Captive king cobras with their hoods extended like other snakes. A king cobra receives chemical information via its forked tongue, which picks up scent particles and transfers them to a sensory receptor, Jacobson's organ, located in the roof of its mouth. 2. When it detects the scent of prey, it flicks its tongue to gauge the prey's location, with the twin forks of the tongue acting in stereo. It senses earthborne vibration and detects moving prey almost 100 m. 330 feet away. Following envenomation, it swallows its prey whole. Because of its flexible jaws, it can swallow prey much larger than its head. It is considered diurnal because it hunts during the day, but has also been seen at night, rarely. 2. Diet. The king cobra is an apex predator and dominant over all of the snakes except large pythons. 31. Its diet consists primarily of other snakes and lizards, including Indian cobra, banded crane, rat snake, pythons, green whip snake, keelback, banded wolf snake and Blythe's reticulated snake. 32. It also hunts Malabar pit viper and hump-nosed pit viper by following their odor trails. 33. In Singapore, one was observed swallowing a clouded monitor. 34. When food is scarce, it also feeds on other small vertebrates, such as birds and lizards. In some cases, the cobra constricts its prey using its muscular body, though this is uncommon. After a large meal, it lives for many months without enough urine because of its slow metabolic rate. 2. 35. Defense. King cobra in Pune. King cobra in Pune, India. A king cobra in its defensive posture, mounted specimen at the Royal Ontario Museum. The king cobra is not considered aggressive. 36. It usually avoids humans and slinks off when disturbed, but is known to aggressively defend incubating eggs and attack intruders rapidly. When alarmed, it raises the front part of its body, extends the hood, shows the fangs and hisses loudly. 32. 37. Wild king cobras encountered in Singapore appeared to be placid, but reared up and struck in self-defense when cornered. 38. The king cobra can be easily irritated by closely approaching objects or sudden movements. When raising its body, the king cobra can still move forward to strike with a long distance, and people may misjudge the safe zone. It can deliver multiple bites in a single attack. 39. Growling hiss. The hiss of the king cobra is a much lower pitch than many other snakes, and many people thus liken its call to a growl rather than a hiss. While the hisses of most snakes are of a broad frequency span ranging from roughly 3,000 to 13,000 Hz with a dominant frequency near 7,500 Hz, king cobra growls consist solely of frequencies below 2,500 Hz, with a dominant frequency near 600 Hz, a much lower sounding frequency closer to that of the human voice. Comparative anatomical morphometric analysis has led to a discovery of trichodiverticular that function as low-frequency resonating chambers in king cobra and its prey, the rat snake, both of which can make similar growls. 40. Reproduction. A captive juvenile king cobra in its defensive posture, the female is gravid for 50 to 59 days. 17. The king cobra is the only snakehead that builds a nest using dry leaf litter, starting from late March to late May. 41. Most nests are located at the base of trees, are up to 55 centimeters, 22 in, high in the center and 140 centimeters, 55 in, wide at the base. They consist of several layers and have mostly one chamber, into which the female lays eggs. 42. Clutch size ranges from 7 to 43 eggs, with 6 to 38 eggs hatching after incubation periods of 66 to 105 days. Temperature inside nests is not steady but varies depending on elevation from 13.5 to 37.4 degrees Celsius, 56.3 to 99.3 degree F. Females stay by their nests between 2 and 77 days. Hatchlings are between 37.5 and 58.5 centimeters, 14.8 and 23.0